Welcome everybody to Conway Arena in Nashua, New Hampshire, home of the Nashua High South Panthers, Nashua High North Titans, and also to the 5th annual Conway Arena High School Hockey Tournament hosted by both of the Nashua High Schools. I'm John Collins along with Tom King. It is day 3 of the tournament, Tom. These teams are vying for a final spot, and maybe you can catch us up to date on what has transpired in the tournament to this point to give added meaning to this game between Nashua South and Alvirne coming right up.
Well, South has a chance, John, to make the finals of this tournament for the first time. They tied St. Peter Marion 2-2 in their first game. Alvirne beat St. Peter Marion, and those are South Alvirne and St. Peter Marion in the same purple division, the bracket. 6-team tournament, 3 in one bracket, 3 in the other. So you got to win to get out of your bracket. You know, if Alvirne wins today, they are in. So
Alvirne would seem to be the favorite just based on the scores.
Exactly, and you know, they are in. I think it's basically going to come down to the winners of the 2 games that we're doing, Goffstown and North in this game, because if South wins, they're 1-0-1, and Alvirne would go to 1-1, and St. Peter Marion already has a loss. So I would say that South would be in the final as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. It's a fun tournament. You know, it's come a long way since its first year, but this is a situation where you've got an Alvirne team with Brian Gould, first-year head coach, and he seems to have really kind of turned things around. I think the eye-opener was when they beat St. Peter Marion 4-1. That was big. That was big for me.
Brian Carpentier is in net for Alvirne to our right. David Saucier for Nashua South to our left. Puck in the corner. Alvirne trying to work it out of their own zone, and trying to keep it in for Nashua is Frank Garion, sophomore defenseman. He does
Actually,
so.
that's a misspelling. It's Garino.
It's Garino.
Frank Garino. Yep.
Thank you. Shot on Alvirne net. That's the first of the game, and able to come up with the stop was Carpentier, holding the short side firmly. Puck fought for in the corner. We're at the Conway Arena in Nashua, New Hampshire. They play 15-minute periods in high school hockey.
And for this tournament, John, there'll be a 5-minute sudden death overtime.
If there's a tie. Interesting. Nashua applying the pressure here early, both starting units out, and the Panthers getting the best of the action. Carpentier is forced to freeze the puck. For first whistle of the game. John Collins with Tom King, with Jim McLean on sound, Tim O'Neill on camera, Pete Johnson, executive producing.
It's much warmer in here than it is outside.
It is. It is a very cold day outside.
What a change.
Soft shot on net there, handled easily by Carpentier. There's Eric Hurst, number 18, with the shot, trying to work it out of his own end. Alvirne does so. Here's the forward, Cam Brock, trying to catch up to it. Rob Lebardet plays it back to the point. Lebardet trying to pick up the carom, able to push it forward, but Nashua gets it back into the neutral zone. A little bit of a chance here for Cam Brock, number 12. Lebardet with a point-blank shot. He seemed to have a big side of the net to shoot at. Wasn't able to convert. David Saucier was off balance in goal. Lebardet launches it toward the net. It's blocked, and working his way out of the zone is Travis Merritt. Across ice to Eric Hurst. Hurst is checked to the ice. Lebardet back checking, picks up the puck, fighting for it with Travis Merritt in the corner. Lebardet around the boards to his teammate Reed Vandergraaf. Vandergraaf intercepted by Kyriakakos, the center and captain of this team. And it's looked like it's going to be a face-off down in the corner. No, moving the puck now is Vandergraaf around the boards. Nashua applying most of the pressure. Alvirne did have that nice scoring chance. Weren't able to convert, but otherwise the puck has been in Alvirne's zone. The slapper is off the right shoulder and to the boards. A good save there by Carpentier, although I'm sure he was screened for most of that shot.
I don't think he ever saw it.
And he gloves this one and hangs on the shot from the point of wrister by Alex Radim.
Carpentier keeping his team in the game right now because It seems that Alvirne has got maybe the edge in skating and size, but Nashua South has the edge in stick handling and puck handling, and they are doing a much better job of that, and they're controlling the puck right now.
Alvirne works the puck out of their own end. Sprinting down ice is Belrose.
Look how fast Alvirne can skate.
Yeah.
They're a much better skating team, it looks like.
Good rush put on by Ryan Belrose, the sophomore. He's number 8.
This is my first look at both teams. I've seen North already and Girton already, but I haven't seen these two clubs yet.
Number 6 is Nate Dignan, the senior. Perhaps that was number 6 and not number 8.
Dignan has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
He's been a mainstay with this Alvirne program.
Number 6, Dignan with the rush.
Watch out, nice centering pass.
Shot in front, and somehow Carpentier is able to make the save. A terrific setup for Nashua South's Lexi Ossinger right in front, point blank. A little bit of a fadeaway, but he threw it toward the left corner of the net, and somehow Carpentier was able to smother it.
All right, Carpenter right there would make that stop. Ossinger isn't going to get a much better opportunity than that.
Around the boards, and puck fought for at the point. Alvirne's able to squeak it out. Nashua right back with it, though, for a rush. This is Mike O'Connell. Not to be confused with Mike O'Connor.
You remember O'Connell from last year. A very good hockey player.
That's right.
South.
I think they moved him from defense to forward.
They moved him from defense to forward. He's right.
And he's putting on the check in the corner right now is O'Connell, number 20.
Dan Belleville, the new head coach. A lot has changed in both programs since last year. You know, both programs between the two of them only won 2 games last year, so a lot has changed since then. Usually you win 1 game during the course of the season, you're going to see a new coach the following year. It almost always happens. And both programs starting over with new head coaches.
Good stop and a clear by number 15, Kyle Savoy of Alvirne.
It's a tough road these days for hockey coaches. They have so much in high school to compete against because junior programs and prep schools take a lot of the good players away.
Face-off in Nashua's zone, only the second one of the game. 10:36 to go. First period, no score between Nashua South and Alvirne in the Conway Arena Holiday Hockey Tournament. Alvirne with possession now, down deep. Shoveling it back to the point, across ice. The slapper by number 24, save made. That was Brian Blanchett moving in for the slapper.
It amazes me how these goaltenders are able to see everything through these screens, because that was a hard shot, and Saucier right there to make the stop.
Winning the face-off and launching one toward the goal, Phil Sweeney misses to the right. Trying to bring it out of the pile is Lee Vandergraaf, number 11 for Alvirne. Around the boards, and Nashua has it out. But the nice back check there by Ben Dutil breaks up Travis Merritt, and he in turn breaks up Dutil and takes it down into the Alvirne zone. Nashua launching one toward the net, and Carpentier sure-handed freezes it for the save. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first period.
Well, again, good action. A lot of opportunities for both teams up and down the ice. There's no feeling out process in this game, it looks like. They're going right at it. And it's interesting to see how they're going to mix and match these lines, because these games don't count in the regular season standings. So, but I think for Alvirne, I think South would love to get into the finals of a tournament that they helped run. And Alvirne, after last year, I think they went 0 for 3 in the tournament. They want to come out good showing and get 2 wins and get to that championship game.
Alvirne comes away with the skirmish in the corner with possession, but Nashua able to work it out. 16, Devin Brackett intercepted at center ice and thrown back into the Panthers zone. With it, Matt D'Angelo launches it up the boards, but it's stopped there by number 17, Seth Albin, and he shoots it back into the Nashua zone. Coming out with it is Matt D'Angelo. He plays it up the boards to center ice. And with it is Brackett. Shoots it a knuckler toward the goal. Carpentier, like a sure-handed first baseman, makes the save. 9:05 to go in the first period.
Nice glove. And we'd like to say hello to our viewers in Hudson who are watching this, possibly watching this game, watching their Alvirne hockey team. I don't think they get to see them on TV too often. So
on Hudson Cable, welcome. Alvirne with the puck, shoots it up the boards, and to center ice. It's down into the Nashua zone. There's a foot race on. And Nashua's going to win that was Peter Gill.
I'm surprised at that because Alvirne's got the speed.
Number 24, Peter Gill. And now to 21. Actually, that was number 20. Mike O'Connell works it out, but Alvirne right back in.
You'll be calling O'Connell's name often today.
Bob.
He is one of the better players around the area.
Alvirne with it, cross ice, losing the puck. O'Connell intercepts it and knocks it back to center.
Great job by DaCosta to get back there, John DaCosta.
Number 2 for Alvirne at the point.
Stops O'Connell's potential breakaway.
Jared McCauley, number 18, trying to get something going, but Nashua intercepts it.
McCauley's got
keeping it in.
McCauley's got some size, John. He really shouldn't be ridden off the puck by anybody. He's got some good size.
Lee Vandergraaf with it. Intercepted briefly by Travis Merritt. Puck at center ice.
DaCosta had a golden opportunity. He overskated the puck.
We have an offside. The heavy check delivered at the blue line.
The puck was loose at the blue line. DaCosta came charging in after it and just skated by it.
7:56 to go in the first period here in the Conway Arena Holiday Hockey Tournament. Puck launched down into the Alvirne zone. First back to it is Josh Steele. Steele trying to work it out. Number 20 for Alvirne. He's broken up, however. Eric Hurst, number 18, takes it behind the net for Nashua. Throwing it out in front was Travis Merritt. Merritt's hustling all over the ice, but he loses the puck. This is Jeremy Dutil trying to break down the right side. Number 4 throws it toward the net, but again the hustling Travis Merritt intercepts it, and he's going to carry it out of the zone. Number 5 for Nashua. He ices it, and that will be a call.
But the player who really stopped that opportunity was number 3, Frank Garino for Nashua South, as he got back on defense and really caused Alvirne to change direction on the break.
And David Saucier, the goaltender, appreciated Garino's work on that. He went over and he tapped his pads between action here and the break in the action. Face off to the right of Garino. Shooting it to the wide right of the net was Phil Sweeney. A chance for Alvirne there. Sweeney's down deep. Throws it out in front. Trying to stuff it short side was number 7, Ben Dutil. Dutil checked in the corner, and also checked was Lee Vandergraaf in the corner. Puck to the point.
Saucier got a stick on that.
Seth Albin, nice cross-ice pass, intercepted by Guarino. Number 3 for Nashua, plays it high off the glass and out.
Well, it looked like a power play almost, but Alvirne was set up at the points, but no, and Nashua has to ice it for the second time in the last 2 minutes. 6:49 to play here, first period, no score between South and Alvirne. As John said, you're watching the Conway Arena Christmas Holiday Tournament. Basically the second round, or pseudo semifinal round, because the winner of this game is going to be in good shape to advance to the final.
Shot wide of the net. Alvirne had a chance there off the faceoff. Heavy hit delivered by number 14, Zach Catarino, announcing his presence on the ice. Sprinting around the goal, Matt D'Angelo, number 12, has it. Shovels it forward. Alvirne making it difficult going for Nashua, trying to get out of their zone, and they finally do. Smart play at the point there. You can hear that good collision pretty well. Alexander Rudin, number 15, works it down into the Nashua zone for Alvirne. Circling the net now is Lee Vandergraaf, throws it in front. Check in the corner. Heavy play in the corners here so far in this one.
Ed Dutil right point blank, and the puck went off his stick.
Coming out of this corner was Phil Sweeney, throws it in front. Off the glass and out for Nashua. Hustling.
John, I tell you, I watched Alvirne last year a couple of times. This is a much more fluid Alvirne team than the one I saw a year ago. Much more fluid.
Seeing some hockey players on the ice.
And I saw the win in a couple of games. They beat Merrimack. That was a big win last year.
Some kids who look like they've been there
Just
before.
As I say that.
Yeah, Ashworth steals it in the Alvirne zone, and they keep it there. Pressure put on by Andrew Kyriakakos, number 11, and at the point, Frankie Garino takes a hit from number 12, Cam Brock. Brock gets it out of the zone. Now battling Laborde with number 24 for Nashua, Peter Gill. With it, Alvirne making a rush. Shot, a wrister wide of the net by number 12, Cam Brock. Alvirne keeps it in, however. Puck in the slot. Backhand try across Ice by Laborde.
Laborde was looking for Brock in front.
Kiriakakos trying to work it out, and Nashua will right here. Slide pass ahead, Kiriakakos.
There's a break.
Coming down, he's got some room.
2-on-1.
He's going to shoot it, short side, hits the netting outside the post. Nashua maintains possession. Walking right in front, shoveling the backhander was O'Connell. A nice play, set himself up as he used his teammates as a decoy as if he was going to pass the puck and shovel the backhander, but right there to make the save again, Carpentier.
Shots on goal right now in the period. South 7, Alvirne 4.
4:33 to go in the first period. We've got no score thanks to the fine goaltending of Carpentier mainly. Down the other end, Saucier's not been challenged all that much by Alvirne as yet. Nashua's been carrying the play. There's a first penalty of the game.
Yep. Looks like it's going to go against the Broncos.
And that would be number 5, Bob Savoy, who might get the box. Let's see. No, offside.
No, offside.
Excuse me, my mistake.
Penalty. Thought it might have been on that hit against the boards.
Cleanly played game to this point. No penalties at all.
You know my theory about that. We talked about this last year.
The whistles tighten up later in the game.
Well, no. What's going to happen is it's going to change in the second period. They'll call, if they don't call anything in the first period, the next period they'll start blowing the whistle. And then it might change back for the third. It's never consistent throughout the game.
Carpentier's going to freeze it up.
So
this game's shown in Nashua and Hudson. Is it shown in referee land?
I wonder. I'm sure there's a couple of officials who might be tuning
reside in those communities.
But that's how it is. And I mean, I've noticed that in high school
call it like
hockey
you see him.
Throughout. That's how I've always seen it. You know, there's a period where they don't blow the whistle. They usually come back with a little bit more in the second period. And I think part of that, too, is the players think they can get away with a little bit more, too.
Dutil with a rush for Alvirne, but he's broken up by O'Connell on the back check. And Michael
Alvirne
Connell's
needs to work on their cross-ice passing. That's the only thing that's really stopping them from having a good run at Saucier. We may have a penalty now.
We have interference.
Yeah, interference coming up.
And it looks like he's pointing at a Bronco defender.
Yep. South's going to get a power play.
So the
looks like it might be on number 2, DaCosta, and that's who it is.
DaCosta is going to the box for 2 minutes for interference. With 3.5 minutes left to go in the first period, we have our first power play of the game. It goes in Nashua's favor, and you can credit the fine work by Mike O'Connell for forcing that penalty. Basically, he led the rush. He got the offensive pressure that led to that penalty.
There he is right there with the shot.
Behind the net, Kiriakakos, number 11, with it. In a box formation, Nashua in front of the Alvirne in front of their own goal.
Oh, Kiriakakos banned on it. 2-on-1 for the Broncos. Oh,
Dutil just gives it up.
Didn't need to.
On the line change. So rather than try to be the hero, Dutil goes for the line change, probably as coach from the bench. O'Connell with the long rush, right in. Throws it at Carpentier. And
I don't know if Carpentier ever reached him.
You know, he was very calm in goal for a guy bearing down on him almost unchecked.
I know it.
So Nashua trying to get it going here in the power play. Big slapper score. Beautiful shot to the far side. Peter Gill trying to flash the pad Carpentier, but that was the nicest shot of the game by far. Launched by Peter Gill, cruising just inside the blue line, labeled for the far corner low post. And he makes good on the shot. First goal of the game, a power play tally by Nashua South. They're up 1-0 with 2:43 to go in the first period. You can see that one coming, Tom. If he hit his target, he had it, but that's easier said than done.
Look for that wide side.
So Gill gets his team, the Panthers on the board first, trying to even it within a half a second. There was Phil Sweeney for Alvirne, number 9, tied up by Saucier.
Time to go 14-17 in the first period. That was a power play goal. Gill from Washington.
14 minutes and 17 seconds into the game for our first goal by Gill. Nice save by the blocker of Saucier. That shot was labeled as a wrister. It's intercepted by Nashua. They've got a 3-on-2 breakout. Pulling it wide is number 18, Eric Hurst. Puts the brakes on. Looks to the middle. It's blocked by Alvirne. Behind the goal it goes. And Alvirne's got a little bit of a break now. Coming out of his own end with lots of speed. is Vandergraaf. He's broken up smartly at the defense position by Matt D'Angelo. To center ice. Line change Nashua. And staying on the ice to fight for the puck is John DaCosta, number 2. He's got some help down there from Bob Savoy. Excuse me, that's not Alvirne's. That was Ethan Winkler for Nashua with help from Travis Merritt.
But see, that's what I mean, where Alvirne is a little bit disadvantaged in puck handling because they're not able to get by. South's doing a good job defensively. I mean, Broncos have great positioning. They've got great positioning in the offensive end. But South, has been very tenacious in their own, in the Broncos' end in this hockey game.
Nashua keeping it in. 1.5 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0. Nashua in the lead, trying to add to their score here as they keep the puck in the Alvirne end. Terrific work there by Zach Catarino, number 14, but Alvirne finally gets possession. They've got a break out here. A wrister is blocked at the line by Cam Brock, number 12. He drops a pass to his teammate. That's Rob Laborde, broken up, and bringing it out of the zone is Frank Garino. Garino down the right wing, a 3-on-2, trying to go wide. Bears in on the goal, a good shot on Carpentier, and he makes the save.
All right, Garino, not a lot of speed, but again, good puck handling ability, and was able to skate through the defenders and get all the way in and get that shot on net. Just ran out of room. Basically, he was in too close when he took the shot. He probably should have shot it a little bit further out. Would have had more room in the net.
You're right, though, Tom. The puck was glued to Guarino's stick, and he gets congratulations from his coaches, Dan Belleville and Paul Wheaton, as he goes back to the bench. 1 minute left in the period.
This South team, which lost to Trinity, which is a title contender right now in Division I, beat Berlin up at Berlin before the holiday break. So this is not, this is not an also-ran hockey team that the same kind of hockey team we saw last year. It's a better team than what we saw.
About 30 seconds left. Bob Savoy, number 5 for Alvirne, shoots it down into the Nashua zone. Big hit right there, put down in front of us by Jared McCauley. And that would be a delayed offside. Nashua's going to get it out of the zone with 25 seconds to go. Thrown ahead into the Alvirne zone. 20 seconds left. Puck's going down into the Alvirne corner. And Alvirne looks like they'll be content to kill it off here rather than go for a last rush. But Nashua comes up with the possession at the blue line.
As they have all game.
5 seconds left. D'Angelo carries it down deep. A chance for a last shot here for Nashua. Trying to go off the back of the goaltender was D'Angelo. And time expires in the first period. Your score after 1 period of play in this game between Nashua South and Alvirne at the 5th annual Conway Arena High School Hockey Tournament hosted by both Nashua High Schools. We have a score of the Panthers 1, the Broncos 0. We have second period action coming up after this break.
Hey, Brian. Hey, guys, look, it's Brian. Hey, Brian. I haven't seen you since we graduated. How have you been?
Actually, I never graduated high school. I've just been delivering pizzas.
Oh, you never graduated?
How about you?
I'm working part-time at the hospital, and I'm going to the Manchester Community College.
Welcome back to the second period of today's game between Alvirne and Nashua South, one of the co-hosts of the Conway Arena 5th Annual High School Hockey Tournament, hosted here during holiday week by both Nashua High Schools. I'm John Collins, along with Tom King. We are underway in the second period. Nashua South leading this one 1-0, a game that South has dominated in the Alvirne zone for the most part. Alvirne trying to get the equalizer to begin action here in the second.
Almost.
Quick whistle.
Bearing in strong on that play was Lee Vandergraaf.
Looks like we have a penalty, Tom.
Now they might have a hook. That's what I'm thinking.
Or a slash. The indication is this.
Vandergraaf got the slash. Vandergraaf got the shot off. Saucier with the save. 11-5 were the shots in the first period in favor of Nashua South. That's how much they dominated, and they're up by a 1-0 score.
So a quick power play to begin the second period for Alvirne. And a shot right on goal, saved by Saucier. Around the boards it goes. Alvirne's number 2, John DaCosta, keeps it in. Sliding it across ice, Ben Dutil. Losing the handle momentarily, but keeping it in the zone. Alvirne, number 16, Ryan Vandergraaf. Puck down into the Alvirne zone, cleared there. I believe that was Kyriakakos, number 11 for Nashua. Also on the penalty kill at forward is Christian Flavin. Down into the Nashua zone. Peter Gill goes back to get it, but it's icing against the team that's on the power play.
Yeah, that's not a good sign if you're the Broncos. You don't want to ice the puck in that situation. But 2 lines constitute icing, and it goes all the way down the ice.
Our lone goal came on a slapper from Peter Gill from the right point, beating Carpentier to the far side.
Assist to Lexi Ossinger. Goal came at 14-17 of the, not 14-17. It came at 12-17 of the first period.
Puck down deep. It's interesting, I think they made that mistake in the
announcing.
They call it 14-17, which would mean like 37 seconds or 30, left in the period, and that's not it. It's 15-minute periods in high school hockey.
Well, I always write down the time on the clock, and then I go backtrack it to the
total
hockey
minutes.
Time. Total minutes. Alvirne with a good rush there. Saw through a screen, but they're not able to get the shot.
Down first to get it, and a shot on goal. Did it go in?
No, it did not.
I'll tell you, Carpentier wasn't 100% sure that he had stopped that shorthanded try.
He wasn't 100%. He was looking for the puck, John, but a great try.
Kyriakakos was out ahead of the field, and it was almost like people didn't realize that he was an eligible receiver downfield, and he almost threw a shorthanded goal between the pads of Carpentier.
I covered North against Girton to start the season a couple of weeks ago, and when the Cardinals, they had 11 penalties in that game, and they won it 3-0. But when North was on the power play, it was really an advantage for Girton because they were able to use the 2-line pass and send somebody in deep.
Terrific job here by Eric Hurst, number 18 for Nashua. Just about a one-man show on the penalty kill, getting some help from his point mate there.
There's
James Holleran.
Something to be said in high school. If you get a chance at fast break hockey, you might take advantage of it. And coming out of the box and not deflecting the puck.
That was funny.
That was.
I don't know if that warranted the whistle, because even though the door was open and angled, it really never left the ice.
They thought it was going to leave the ice, and that's why it was an early whistle on that play.
All of a sudden, instead of a nice, even surface to bank the puck off of, it was angled in. And the whistle at center ice, to be fair. No score in the second period yet, but it's a 1-0 advantage for Nashua overall. That goal coming in the first period. Coming up next, we have Nashua North against Goffstown. Nice blind reception of the pass by O'Connell. Feeds his teammate, shot, score! Terrific job of tic-tac-toe. Lexi Ossinger, the right wing, tallies it. But what a terrific job of getting him the puck by O'Connell on the feed from the point.
Great play. You saw O'Connell with the puck. It's one of the reasons they moved him from defense to forward. They need more scoring. That's the biggest thing they needed from a year ago, was to improve on their scoring and take one of your best players and put him up front. And that was O'Connell with a perfect feed for us.
That was a highlight play, Tom, on the reception of the pass. O'Connell had his back to the puck, and it was a pass from the defenseman. We'll get the call on the first assist on the play. That was what started it. But O'Connell receiving the puck blindly on the tape of his stick, and then fed Ossinger for the goal. Nicely done by Nashua South. 2-0, they lead it.
Nashua goal scored by number 19, Lexi Ossinger. Assisted by number 20, Mike O'Connell. Time of goal, 2:39 in the second period.
Well, I think the official scorer also missed the initial pass, but you got to give credit to whoever that was. There was 2 assists on that play, and we'll have to go back and look at the tape to see who gave the pass to O'Connell.
Well, it depends on how much O'Connell skated with the puck. So that's one of the, if he had taken 2 or 3 strides, then that assist gets wiped out.
I don't agree with that.
I know you don't.
I know. It was like a pass from the red line, and it hits him right on the blue line to set him up.
It was tape-to-tape pass.
Oh, yeah. So I know they do. They can award 2 assists in hockey, and that's one goal.
They
where
can. Yeah, they
definitely
can.
would.
Yeah. O'Connell's a good player, though.
He'll tell you who you got it from.
Yeah,
I'm sure he knows, even though he has back to his teammate.
His ice awareness is incredible.
It could have been it could have been the right defenseman. Here's Guarino's playing right defense right now, but he gets tied up by Alvirne, and they miscommunicate on the pass, goes all the way right down on that. Now, is that a shot on goal on your own team?
No, I won't count that.
You're stingy on shot on goals, I hear.
I am stingy.
Skating the puck out of the zone, Alvirne, a heavy hit right in front of us. Jim McLean's trying to deafen us with those board checks.
No kidding.
On sound. I love it. I love it. Feels like we're right on the ice
Let's
here.
hope the people at home are hearing the same thing.
And Nashua and Hudson watching this game.
Right.
It's an exciting game right now. Even though Nashua's up 2-0, Alvirne was you could say, favored coming into this one. They had beaten
I would have thought so. Yeah, they beat St. Peter Marion 4-1.
and Nashua tied St. Peter Marion, the common denominator between these two teams. But it's South out in front, circling the goal now. Alvirne trying to get a chance through the skates, however. And with a chance for South comes Leslie Ossinger. Pass back and great back check by Alvirne's number 17, Seth Aubin, to break that one up. It looked like a sure chance. Save Carpentier right into the pads. Travis Merritt, number 5, loses control of the puck. He had a chance earlier. Great job by Aubin to break it up. Alvirne out of the zone. A high shot, gloved and hung on to.
Well, for Auburn to get back there, that's that back checking, that's that skating ability that we talked about. Alvirne looked to be a little bit better skating team coming out, but I'll tell you what, Alvirne is just not able to basically maneuver the puck where they can get some golden opportunities on Saucier. They've had a couple point-blank shots, but that's it. They only have 6 shots in this hockey game. They've got to put the puck on net more and increase their percentage, like right here.
Tipped, went by the net. Looked like Peter Gill, the defenseman for Nashua, might have got a piece of that. Saucier hits it with his goalie stick. Bodies flying all over the ice. Coming up with it is Gill behind his own net. Alvirne's number 18, another big body waiting, was McCauley. That was a big collision between Gill and McCauley. Nashua wins the battles down into the Alvirne zone. Under 10 minutes to play, second period. Nashua South leading 2-0 over Alvirne. Nashua South, of course, in white and purple, and the Alvirne in maroon, gold and white. Puck at center ice. Alvirne with a 2-on-2 opportunity here. A wrister goes wide. Saucier appeared to have the far side covered if it was on net. Saucier again flashes the pad, and Gill tries to pitchfork it out of the zone, and he does. Alvirne comes back on defense with possession.
Good pressure, but the Broncos need more.
You're right, Tom. They have not generated real scoring chances.
They really haven't.
Nashua with it. A line change. That might be icing. They thought that defenseman James Holleran was on the wrong side of the red line when he launched that one down. So the icing call and the face-off in the Nashua zone. 8:50 to go, second period.
2-0 in favor of Nashua South.
We're in day 3 of this 4-day tournament.
And if South wins, they certainly look like they'll be in the final.
2-on-1 across ice, just missing his teammate Eric Hurst was number 5 Travis Merritt, who was opportunistic after the Alvirne defense fell down.
And Merritt wanted the puck back too when he stationed himself out in front of the net. Look at this stick handling by Merritt. Nice job.
Broken up, though, at the last second by Alvirne's number 20, Josh Steele. Puck still in the Broncos zone, however. Nashua not able to keep it in. Alvirne with a 2-on-2 break. A lot of back checking, though, by Nashua to interrupt that play. Ethan Winkler, give him credit, number 2. Nashua not able to get it out. Keeping it in was Josh Steele at the near point. And South able to skate it out. It's quickly broken up and thrown back in. Ryan Blanchette at right defense for Alvirne, number 24. This is icing again on Nashua. So another icing call, another face-off down in the Alvirne zone. So we may be seeing a shift in the pressure, Tom, in this period from all Nashua in the first period.
Well, it seems that Alvirne now has got a little sense of desperation. They're down by 2 goals, 2-0. And Nashua came out, scored that quick goal to start the period, 2:39 in. And now the Broncos realize, hey, we got a hockey game here. We got to get going.
Nashua is getting going at the moment. Heavy hit right down in front of us.
I think that's when Alvirne can really start to try to take some advantage because they've got a little bit more size than South does.
That was Cam Brock delivering the blow
Here's
to
a nice
Keith
pass.
Cornacchia.
Look at that. Great stop. Holding his position was the
Cornacchia,
defender.
number 17. And he is part of this back check here. The Nashua defender you meant. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Did a great job of holding his position.
Against Alvirne.
Dylan Johnson. Super job.
Nashua trying to apply the pressure here, and the puck pops into the Nashua bench, where Coach Dan Beliveau and Paul Wheaton stand behind their team. The coaches for Alvirne, Brian Gould, Kevin Burgess, and Rich Nolan.
Talk about how Alvirne hasn't generated a lot of chances, and one of the reasons is plays like we just saw with Dylan Johnson. South has played very good positional hockey in this game.
Team defense helping out their goaltender, David Saucier. Skating the puck down into the south zone. A shot might have been wide of the net, but Saucier, actually that's Cameron Ansel in goal for Nashua South. Saucier played the first period. Ansel's playing the second period in goal for the Panthers. Gill throws it toward the net, deflected puck, and somehow getting a pad on it, Carpentier.
Wow.
Puck seemed to be labeled one of those dangerous deflections if you're on defense. But it hit his right pad. Mike O'Connell with it, throws it in front of the net, no teammate there. Gill's at the point, throws a wrister in on the goalie, and it's blocked.
Ossinger was right in front for the rebound, and the puck just bounced over his stick.
Trying to squirm out of there, John DaCosta gets it to his teammate. Ryan Bellerose gets it out of the zone.
Nice hit by Gill. Knocking Bellerose off the puck.
Or Dignan, excuse me, he's number 6, Nate Dignan. And Dignan's got it. He's trying to make a rush here to the right. He still has it. Dignan's going to shoot one on edge, and it goes wide.
Let it fly. Don't have to be pretty. Alvirne was looking for the perfect goal early on. They don't need to do that. Just put enough shots on net. You've got a goaltender who sat for a period and is out there right now. Put shots on net.
Kyriakakos shoots it wide, short side.
Oh, and a nice steal.
Travis Merritt with that fine stick handling gets buried, however, by Sweeney in the corner. Kyriakakos has it now. Nashua putting on the pressure. Sweeney comes away with it, throws it up the boards, and out. Possible 2-on-1 here. Nifty move put on by Alvirne. Here's the shot. No, it's steered wide. That's going to be, could be a penalty shot.
Yeah, we'll have a penalty. I don't know if we'll have a penalty shot,
I think that's exactly what Lee Vandergraaf is asking for, the penalty shot, but
not going to happen. That's very rare when they award it in high school.
Too many bodies down in the zone with him, I think, to be a clear-cut penalty shot. So they're going to go with the hooking call instead against number 6, James Holleran, trying to prevent a clear breakaway. But it was a nifty move put on by Vandergraaf. He slid the puck underneath his teammate's stick, jumped up in the air, and he was off to the races to precipitate that penalty. And it is a power play for Alvirne. I believe this is their first of the game.
Second
power play.
Second power play of the game.
That's right. Nashua had created a chance. It was actually the best chance on that last power play was for Nashua.
Nashua 1 for 1 on their power play. On a power play, Alvirne 0 for 1. Third power play of the game.
2-0. 4:58 to go in the second period. The Broncos feeling the sense of urgency to get it done on this power play to cut the lead in half, rather than go through the rest of the second period perhaps without a score. Nashua generated a shorthanded scoring opportunity the last time they were down a man. And winning the faceoff and spring after it, Lexi Ossinger, who's got one of the 2 goals for the Panthers, number 18, Eric Hurst out there as well. The forwards on the penalty kill. Alvirne setting up. John DaCosta's shot is blocked by Ossinger.
Why did Nashua South playing the lanes very well.
Gill is just going to let the puck sit there before he launches it down the boards. No icing, of course, when you're a man down. Phil Sweeney's there to pick up the puck. Being bothered by Ossinger to the middle of the ice. And it is a chance here for Vandergraaf. He's going to drop it. Walking right in, the shot. Score! Went top shelf. Ben Dutil converts with the 5-on-4. They had the Open space to work with. Dutil bearing right in, threw it up and might have caught the shoulder of Cameron Ansel, but it went in, and that is a first goal of the game for the Broncos. A 2-1 contest now. Nashua South leads, and Alvirne gets the job done on the power play.
Yeah, it was great. As I saw Dutil go in, I was saying he's got to let this fly soon. He can't hold off. He's going to let it go and create a chance maybe down low for a rebound, and he didn't need it. Puck went off the shoulder of the goaltender and in, and now Alvirne back in the hockey game. That's what a good power play will do for you.
4 minutes to go in the second period. We have a 2-1 game.
2 of the goals in this game are scored on the power play.
Good job of stick work by Jared McCauley right there, and a sprawling face-off icing, not an icing call, but a freezing the puck call. Cameron Ansel, good job of getting to it before McCauley, who was charging down there, determined to create an opportunity. Number 18, the center for Alvirne.
James Alvirne, 2 minutes for hooking. And 1-0-2.
We have an Alvirne penalty.
Yeah, we've got 2, both. They're both in the box.
Penalties.
Matching penalties for roughing.
So we have, now this is interesting, Tom. They don't go with 4-on-4 on a matching penalty situation. You see,
no, they don't do 4-on-4 when it's roughing. Nope.
Are you saying they do it for a major penalty, 4-on-4? Because in the pros, it's automatically goes 4-on-4, I believe, on a matching penalty, doesn't it? Or they don't do that anymore.
Don't believe they do.
Minors? No?
Yeah, minors, I don't believe they do.
I'm all in favor of the open ice for 2 minutes. I kind of like that change, when it's 4-on-4. And
you see that in overtime now in the NHL. You see that in overtime. It's 4-on-4 in overtime, which is something they had experimented with earlier in the decade and then became permanent.
Yeah. To create more opportunities.
And then added the shootout after that.
So 2:59, just under 3 minutes to play in the second period. Fanning on the puck momentarily was Guarino, and now it's an Alvirne opportunity. A shot, save made by Ansel.
Oh, and a slow shot that basically Ansel, if that had been harder, I don't think Ansel would have had a crack at it.
I don't think Bob Savoy, number 5 for Alvirne, got a good piece of wood on it. He was sort of caught off guard by even getting the puck in that position. Savoy clears it up the boards. Sprinting down is Sweeney, trying to get a shot off. He does. Save made by Ansel, and he'll freeze the puck. Good opportunity there for Alvirne.
Alvirne has woken up, John. They're getting some chances on net. 2:25 left to play here in the first period. 2-1 hockey game in favor of Nashua South.
Cameron Ansel, he really fills up that goal, doesn't he?
He sure does. Well, he's much bigger than Saucer.
Launching one toward the goal. Blocker save. Dutil made the shot. Ansel with the save. Alvirne applying pressure here with 2:10 to go in the second period.
Panthers, who had 11 shots, John, in the first period, only have 4 in this period right now.
So definitely a shift in momentum. As Tom said, the score had a lot to do with it. I think they saw the game slipping away from them down 2-0, so Alvirne picked up the intensity, and the scoring chances followed. Under 2 minutes to play now in the second period. Alvirne trying to work the puck out of their zone. They do. Hitting his teammate right on the stick, and again, a no-look reception there. Saw Nashua's Michael Connell do that earlier. Deflected shot off of the skate of D'Angelo down into the corner.
A good drive in from the corner.
And skating it out of his own end. This is Mike O'Connell. Takes it wide. Fancy move there, but he's broken up by Kyle Savoy. Savoy can't get it out of his own end, though. O'Connell ends up with it again, shooting it around the boards. John DaCosta, and gets it out with help from Cam Brock. Number 12 ahead to Rob Laborde. Laborde with the move. Shot on goal. Pops high in the air off the back wall.
Laborde came in but was waiting too long, and then all of a sudden he loses the puck, and Dutil is there, and Dutil knocks it, and it gets deflected. Dutil was in too close. He had no room for an opening. It deflected off Ansel all the way up against the back wall, and we'll have a face-off to the goaltender's left.
Was for half a second, it was a 2-on-none. It was too close. Shot on point blank shot, and a save made by Ansel. Might have been the save of the night for Nashua South. right in there. Lee Vandergraaf suddenly found himself with the puck and nobody between him and the goaltender. A hard shot on and a save.
And Alvirne right now, they've got 8 shots on net in this period.
Another point-blank shot, another save by Ansel. Terrific job by the Nashua goaltender late in the second period.
Ansel keeping his team in the game right now.
That was Sweeney, number 9, who had the chance. Now Nashua with a chance. Partial 2-on-1. Nice scoop made by Carpentier to calm things down here in his own zone with 38.8 seconds to go in the second period.
Good second period.
Yeah.
You know, a very good second period. We saw, you know, the penalties weren't, you know, they were forced penalties by mistakes, by breaks.
Face off to the right of Carpentier.
Very clean game.
Travis Merritt with a pinball shot on goal somehow deflected and Carpentier able to make the save. Shot save. It was a faulty clear by Ansel and he almost paid the price for it. 20 seconds to go. Puck in front. Ansel's going to hang on to it and be glad that he's able to.
Well, you're right. A bad clear and he almost paid the price as the shot went just wide. 19.3 seconds to play here in the second period, 2-1 in favor of Nashua South. It's going to be a great third period.
It will. This is promising to be a tight game to the final seconds or minute. You never know. It looked like Phil Sweeney, maybe number 9, had that shot on goal, but it was just a...
I think Sweeney was surprised. He one-timed it, as he should.
At center ice now with 10 seconds to go, and I think Marino is going to skate behind his net and kill off these final seconds of the second period. There we go.
That'll do it. Nashua South's job in the third period will be to put a little bit more pressure on the Alvirne net, but will also be stay out of the penalty box. They don't want to give the Broncos any opportunities to score on the power play and tie this game up.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. You're watching Nashua's ETV. Also being seen on Hudson Cable as the Broncos and Nashua South skate to the locker room. We have a break between the second and third periods with the score, Nashua South 2 and the Broncos 1. Come back with us for that exciting third period, everybody.
Every year, thousands of law enforcement officers are injured or killed by passing vehicles on our nation's roads and highways. These tragedies don't have to happen. Whenever an emergency vehicle has its lights on, move over away from the emergency vehicle. If you can't change lanes because of traffic, or if you're traveling on a 2-lane road, slow down at least 20 miles per hour below the posted speed limit.
Help protect the officers who protect you. Please move over, and if you can't, then slow down. It's the law.
Game between Nashua South and Alvirne comes down to this, the third period of action, 2-1.
I think it comes down to that burger that Jim McLean just brought back up.
That was distracting, wasn't it?
It sure was.
Tip play.
See, it distracted Alvirne. Actually, it's distracted South.
Usually Jim has to spend every minute with a camera strapped to his shoulder, so working the sound today, he's able to do both. Eat that juicy burger and
driving me nuts. Starving here.
Yeah, I didn't know they had those there. That's terrific. So come on down to if you're able to day 4 of this tournament.
Ansel remains in goal for South.
So Alvirne tries to get the equalizer in the first minute of action here in the third period. 2-1. The Panthers lead the Broncos in this game to determine who gets to play in the final of the 5th annual Conway Arena hockey tournament.
And that's what it's all about for Alvirne. Shots on goal. They need more. But South, really, I tell you, defensively, they're playing a pretty good game.
Nashua's first foray down into the Alvirne zone in this third period results in an offside call. John Collins with Tom King, Tim O'Neill on camera, Jim McLean on sound. Our executive producer is Pete Johnson. We're in the third period of action here. 2-1, South leading.
I want to get some sound of him munching on that burger. I really do.
He's so focused on that. You must be hungry. You got another game to go.
He's trying to choke on it now. That's a huge, look at the size of that thing. Not bad.
Yeah, he's got a half pounder there.
I know, he does.
3/4 of a
Three-quarter pounder?
$3.
Where's ours? I want it all. I want those chunky seats, and I want one of those burgers.
Yeah. Face-off just outside the Alvirne zone. Nashua not able to get it going here. We have.
Oh no, we're gonna have a penalty call. I think.
Looks like an interference call.
Yeah, I think so. And that is not what the Panthers needed. Hold on, I'm waiting to see. No,
it's a Broncos player.
Bronco penalty.
So a defender for the Broncos trying to prevent Nash from getting into the zone commits a penalty.
That's not what Alvirne needed either, down 2-1.
No. The close game penalties are not wanted by either team. 2-1 now. South has a chance to add to their power play. Peter Gill, number 24, a big body in front of the net. He has one of the 2 goals for the Panthers. Alvirne not able to work it out. Let's see, it's a loose puck, and now they do. Number 9, Phil Sweeney on defense for the Broncos.
And Nashua with a chance now to open up a 2-goal lead with this power play.
Good poke check there. Mike O'Connell brings it in. Number 20 for Nashua South. Skates it down deep behind the net. 5-on-4 advantage for the Panthers right now. To the point. Guarino launches it into traffic and hits the hand of defenseman Kyle Savoy, who's shaking his glove hand. Deflected puck onto the stick of Jeremy Dutil. Can't get it out, however. All the way back down to Peter Gill behind the net. A minute left to go on this power play. Gill tries to stuff it. A shot, a save. Carpentier is able to hang on.
Interesting battle in front with Gill and Kyle Savoy. And once Gill got free of Savoy, he had the opportunities down low.
The 2 goal scorers for the Panthers nearly adding to their totals there. Lexi Ossinger, number 19, and Peter Gill, 24, right on the doorstep.
2 saves for Carpentier. 12:21 to play in this hockey game. 54 seconds left in the Nashua South power play.
Guarino shoots it down the boards. Ossinger shoots it on net, deflected. It doesn't get there. Kyriakakos tries to throw it out front, and it's cleared by Alvirne.
And it was
Lee
a
Vandergraaf.
little bit of a surprise.
Vandergraaf, number 11, he's going to seize this puck as Nashua fell down on defense. Nashua gets it out. Kyriakakos with it. Broken up by Vandergraaf. Battle of the 11s.
Race to the puck.
Kyriakakos gets there first, and he's able to hold on to it. Guarino now trying to skate it out of his own end. Throws it down the ice, trying to get the home run pass to Peter Gill, and it turns into an icing call. He had Ossinger here, but he tried to go the long way.
Yeah, I think if it got it on Gill's stick, it still would have been offsides, and they would have had to call it back.
You know, I don't know if you remember this time. I don't know if you watched the old Bruins, but they had this system of getting the puck out of the zone all the time. Esposito used to skate in front of Orr.
It's the one thing that they lack now is a real good puck-carrying defenseman, besides the scorer.
They use that outlet pass, go up the boards to center ice.
That outlet pass is the whole key. You ask any hockey coach, they'll tell you that first pass is the most important one.
Travis, nice job of skating it out, number 5 for Nashua. He hangs on to the puck all the way down into the corner. Travis Merritt, number 5 for Nashua, but they lose control and Alvirne gets it out.
Carpentier did a good job of steering that into the corner.
Power play over. Penalty killed by the Broncos. Huge hit right there, and that's going to hurt. The shoulder to the helmet, and that is going to be a penalty.
And not what you want to see for the Broncos.
Well, John DaCosta had totally lined up Eric Hurst. Hurst is going right to the bench, shaken up, bent over there, and I don't blame him. That could have been a concussion territory. You get a shoulder to the head like that.
Probably be a charging call, I would think.
In DaCosta's defense, he had lined up the opponent for a legitimate check. I think the penalty was because he just went too high.
He was too high with the shoulder.
Yeah. And it is another power play that Alvirne must kill in succession.
Exactly, and they're trailing by a goal, and they have to take 4 minutes in this hockey game to kill off penalties in the third period.
Marino with it, slaps it through traffic, stopped by Carpentier. Puck goes to the corner and thrown out of the zone by Alvirne. Another fine stop on a screened shot by Brian Carpentier, the sophomore goalie, who's had his hands full in this one. If it wasn't for him, his team would be trailing by a lot more than 2-1. As Alvirne forks it back into the Nashua zone. Guarino is going to back up behind his own goal. Being pursued there by Laborde. Breaking up the play, Vandergraaf is in turn broken up. Kiriakakis is going to try to skate it out. Back checking Vandergraaf. Slows Nashua's progress. O'Connell's going to try to skate it down. Broken up at center ice. Regains possession. Mike O'Connell. Moved from defense to forward this season, and with good results so far for the Panthers. Alvirne, however, is able to get it out of the zone. Peter Gill backpedaling on defense. Kiriakakis with it. Dumps it to Guarino. Guarino skates down from his defense position, loses his footing, and throwing it out of the zone. Travis Merritt not able to knock it down. Getting it out of the zone was Phil Sweeney. And it's a delayed offside call against Nashua. It'll be wiped off now as Ossinger leaves the zone.
31 seconds to play in the left in the power play for South.
9.5 minutes left to go in the third period.
So Alvirne can turn a negative into a positive. They can hold South off the board kill off 2 penalties.
Well, the question is, how much gas do they have in the tank to get an equalizing goal?
That's exactly it. And if they do get an equalizer, when we go to overtime, it'll be a 5-minute sudden death overtime.
The penalty is up, but Nashua still has possession and some momentum as skating hard into the zone is actually number 18 for Nashua, Eric Hurst, trying to create an opportunity.
Alvirne needs to win or tie to make it into the final, and South needs the win.
Seth Aubin knocks it down the length of the ice. It's not an icing call. It's waved off. Loose puck behind the net, picked up there by Ben Dutil, who's got the 1 goal for Alvirne. Puck shot down into the Nashua zone, keeping it there. We have a whistle. Do we have a penalty? Yes, we do. We have a slashing call against Nashua, it appears. Getting up slowly, the recipient of that slash, limping as he goes toward his bench, is number 16 for Alvirne, Reed Vandergraaf.
Yeah, Vandergraaf bent over.
Lee's brother took it on the shin and to the penalty box for Nashua. I didn't get the number of that. I think it was the captain, though. Might have been...
Might be O'Connell.
O'Connell?
Not sure.
Yeah, that would be number 20. I think you're right, Tom. Oh, O'Connell's on the ice. So
okay.
It's a 2-digit number, I believe.
And
but anyway.
Now a big opportunity for the Broncos here. 8:14 remaining, and they've got a man advantage.
They scored on their last power play, if I'm correct. It was Dutil with the wrister. Shot, save, short side. Cameron Ansel, who came into the game in the second period for Nashua, has given up a goal, but he's been fairly solid. A lot of big saves as Alvirne stepped up the pressure in that second period. Nash was able to clear it out.
They have 1 power play goal already in this game, so they've proved that they can score on the man advantage.
Ben Dutil has help from Lee Vandergraaf, and the Alvirne Broncos move it into the Nashua zone. The hit applied back there by Reed Vandergraaf. His brother's got the puck. Lee with it, throws it to the point. Shot in on net to the right side of the goal. Reed Vandergraaf throws it over to Ben Dutil. Now Reed throws it out to the point. Here's John DaCosta. The shot toward the goal is broken up. Nashua skates it out slowly and banging it off the boards. Matt D'Angelo.
The puck just eluded him.
Almost a short-handed opportunity. DaCosta's going to launch one. A beautiful shot, but he missed the net.
Watch the
It's
rebound.
loose.
Whoa.
Anybody's puck. Alvirne scrambling for it, throwing it to the corner.
They had a wide open net, but we're not able to get anybody on it.
All started with the slapper by DaCosta from the point, and we have a cross check.
Last second chance, scoring. Ticket is number 6.
John DaCosta having some words with Guarino, and the penalty box is open for DaCosta, who might have got called for a cross check.
Yep.
Or roughing, one of the two. But anyway, he's off the ice. That neutralizes the last 20 seconds of the Alvirne power play. Matching penalties.
Matching penalties, so Alvirne keeps the power play.
Keep the power play.
It'll remain 5-on-4.
For 21 more seconds.
6:47 left to play in the hockey game. 2-1 in favor of Nashua South. Watching the semifinals of the Conway Arena Holiday Tournament. here on Nashua's ETV.
Around the boards and out. Nashua fortuitous clear there. 6:40 to go in the game. 10 seconds to go in the Alvirne power play. Big hit applied there by Eric Hurst for Nashua. We might have a boarding call.
I think Hurst may be going out, and they don't like that call at all.
We have a boarding call. Is that what it was?
Hit from behind.
Hit from behind.
And then we got an injured player. The recipient of that hit.
Up slowly.
Josh Steele. Got a good hit from Eric Hurst, but Hurst is going to go out.
Those kind of hits have ugly sounds to them, you know. When
they do. With
you're bent over and you hear that.
We've got a mic right down there on the ice, so the fans and we can hear that pretty clearly. But 6 seconds, it'll be 5-on-3, and then it goes to 5-on-4.
So an opportunity here for Alvirne. Shot save and hangs on. Terrific job by Saucier there. Cameron Ansel. Although the puck was shot on him point blank, he did not yield a rebound, which would have been key for Alvirne there in the 5-on-3. Now it's 5-on-4 as we see Nashua gets that fourth skater back. Not as many easy opportunities with a 5-on-4 as there is with a 5-on-3.
Well, they never got a shot off during that 5-on-3, so they took their time from the point with the slap shot.
Reed Vandergraaf throws it in front. A wrister is blocked. Nashua not able to get it out. Good job at the point there by number 9, Phil Sweeney on defense for the Alvirne Broncos. In front shot, save. Ansel anticipating the pass across, was able to stop the shot.
They had the numbers advantage, but what a save by Ansel.
Sweeney pokes it forward. Fighting for the puck here with Lexi Ossinger. Alvirne comes away with it. Cruising in front. Good job of diving Guarino to break up a chance by Dutil. Skirmish in the corner for it. Coming away with it, Vandergraaf in front. Dutil wasn't able to get good wood on the puck.
No, because Gill was in front to screen. Gill's a big target. He's somebody who could block out a lot of shooting space.
40 seconds to go on the power play for Alvirne. Long pass is a good one. Up ahead, it's inside the Nashua zone. A wrister in traffic, ricochets wide of the goal by Laborde.
Deflected off Guarino.
Peter Gill's going to skate it out. 25 seconds to go. He's shorthanded, but he's got an opportunity here. Peter Gill using that size. He ends up in the goal mouth and knocks it loose.
And is going to draw a penalty, I believe, on that play.
Is that right?
Looked that way. Unless the goal did not. Maybe the goal came off its moorings.
It did.
All right.
He nearly did.
Thought they might have called a cross-check.
He nearly did draw the penalty, though, and it was a good rush by Gill, not only because he almost scored and not only because he almost got a penalty, but he killed time off the clock. 20 seconds to go in the power play.
Face-off in the Alvirne zone on a power play. That just takes time off the power play clock. 14 seconds left in the man advantage for Alvirne. They have had 2 golden opportunities with a man advantage and for 6 seconds a 2-man advantage, and haven't been able to cash in. They have 1 power play goal in the game already, as does Nashua South.
Alvirne skates it out of their own zone. 10 seconds to go on the power play on the 5-on-4. Tight back checking by Ethan Winkler, breaking up Alvirne, and Winkler now has the puck on his stick, able to work it out. Alvirne with it. There's the extra skater coming right out of the bench.
And that's it. We're 5-on-5 now, John.
There was Eric Hurst, number 18, announcing his presence with a near break. And it's going to be an icing call against Nashua South. 4:18 to go in the game. No scores yet in the third period. 2-1 Nashua advantage. South hanging on to that 1-goal lead. They got the 2 goals in the first half of the game, Tom. It was 2-0 South earlier. And then Nashua started to play more defense. Alvirne started to play more offense, but it's just held status quo since then. 2-1. I think it was like halfway through the second period. It's been 2-1 since. Mike O'Connell nearly blocked one and broke free. Kyriakakos throws it up and out of play. Looked like he might have hit one of the Alvirne players on the bench there with that.
Face off outside the zone.
This is a talented line for South. Kyriakakis up front with O'Connell. And Ossinger throws the puck in the zone. Ossinger's got one of the 2 goals.
And an assist.
And an assist. Both figured in both of the goals for the Panthers. Alvirne's trying to find that scoring touch to even this one up. They need a win to get into the final tomorrow. Circling the goal, McCauley. Nashua breaks him up. Player falls to the ice, a non-call there. You could tell O'Connell wanted that call, but he didn't get it. And O'Connell ends up with it. Mike O'Connell has the puck. He's going 1-on-4 at the moment. Going deep though, using that body and slings it towards the net. We have a penalty call. Mike O'Connell with that individual effort.
He got the shot off, actually.
He almost got called for roughing. He got frustrated, but he should be not frustrated. He should be happy that he generated a power play opportunity for his team. So it's going to be a 5-on-4 as I believe Alvirne got a penalty on that. To the boxes, Costa.
Yep.
DeCosta, John DeCosta, the defenseman, almost had no choice to stop O'Connell from bearing in on his goaltender. And it is a power play opportunity with only 3:24 to go in the game.
And you see the switch from O'Connell from forward, defense to forward, and what a difference it's made with this South hockey team in the offense.
Alvirne defenseman.
You didn't see too many rushes like that last year with this hockey team.
Alvirne defense nearly deflected the puck into their own goal there. Nashua very happy to have a power play here, up 2-1 with just 3.5 minutes to go. They get to kill off most of what's left of the game with a man advantage and a chance to score. Peter Gill keeps it in the neutral zone. Shot down into the Alvirne end. Back to get it. Kyle Savoy shoots it to center ice. Gill is there for Nashua.
He's got to wait now.
Guarino up ahead.
They had to wait for Guarino to get out. Well,
and there's a chance. Sweeney's in alone. Phil Sweeney shifts. It's blocked by Anzel. Throws it out in front, but no go. Nashua's with it. Great block there by number 2, John DeCosta. Up ahead. Travis Merritt loses control of it. Sweeney with it. Wow, Phil Sweeney had a great chance there to even this up.
Phil Sweeney had a chance for the equalizer, but Anzel.
Vandegraff has a partial breakaway, but catching up to him is Kyriakakis in front. Shot, score! Number 17 is Seth Aubin. Did he not get it? Did he not get it? What's going on here?
It looked like it came in underneath the crossbar.
We are hearing lots of
I don't know. The officials,
controversy. The stands.
They don't have a replay to look at. They're going to have to take a look. We do, though. In post-production, we might have replay. In post-production. They're going to reward it.
They're going to call it a goal.
Yep.
I called it, Tom, because I thought it hit the twine.
I thought it hit right underneath.
It didn't hit a post. That's not how a puck behaves when it hits a post. And it was right in the middle of the net, and I just thought it had to be in because it was twine in the middle of the net someplace.
Short-handed goal.
You know, it might have hit that center post of the net, and it didn't make the pipe sound. But it is a short-handed goal for Alvirne. Seth Aubin gets loose in the middle after Sweeney and
that is a tough blow for Nashua South.
Play continued after
they
that.
Just put 11 seconds back up on the clock.
Right.
2:11 left in the game with a short-handed goal.
A disputed goal.
A disputed goal, but you don't see too much arguing from Dan Belleville from Nashua South.
Yeah.
But they're talking about, I think now the issue is how much time on the clock. But it's a short-handed goal.
Hopefully in post-production right now you're watching the
they'll see the replay
of that goal.
It's possible. We have that capability, I believe.
Yeah. These referees would really love to see it, I'm sure, to know exactly what happened and who scored what. But Nashua's ETV, glad to bring you these games in Nashua and in Hudson, this one being seen. But you have the benefit of what these officials do not right now, which is a second look at that goal. 2-2 is the score on the board. I don't think they're going to take that off. It's just a question of who got the assist.
Well, I know who got the assist. I can tell you exactly in a second. Goal should be by Seth Auburn, and the assist came from Vandergraaf. It was a great pass.
Right. Which one of the Vandergraafs? We have Reed and...
it was from Lee.
Lee. The sophomore forward, number 11. And that is the call. Lee Vandergraaf on the assist. Very good, Tom. We have 2:11 left to go in the game. 2-2 game. Whistle. Tom, you mentioned there's a 5-minute overtime, possibly?
Well, possibly if it remains 2-2. 5-minute sudden death overtime.
Kyriakakos will take the face-off at center ice with Laborde. Alvirne wins it.
And the interesting little ingredient in that overtime is Alvirne only needs a tie to make it to the tournament finals. South needs the win.
Laborde shoots it down into the Nashua end. Under 2 minutes to go in this one. Third period, 2-2 game. Nashua South in the white and purple against the Broncos in the maroon and gold. Ossinger with it. Up ahead. O'Connell trying to move in. O'Connell using that backside, throws it in front. Nobody there except for Ben Dutil, who's got one of the 2 goals for Alvirne. Guarino with it. Up ahead. Kyriakakos.
Interesting, neither goal for Alvirne in a 5-on-5. One shorthanded, one power play.
1:10 to go.
Watch out right here. South has had some good opportunities in this hockey game and in this period.
Fanning on the shot, but keeping it in was Zach Catarino, number 14, at the point. Or is that 24? Gill at the point, excuse me.
57 seconds left to play in regulation.
So under a minute, will we have the tiebreaker here? Or will it have to go to overtime? Kyriakakos is at center ice. Drops it to Ossinger, using O'Connell as a screen, but Alvirne's able to stuff it at the point. Gill knocks it down and knocks down an Alvirne player to boot. Pitchforking it into the Alvirne zone is Ossinger. With it, DaCosta throws it, deflected ahead, and stopped again with the stick at about the shoulder, Guarino, but Alvirne gets it down into the Nashua zone with 20 seconds left to go. Fighting for the puck down there, Phil Sweeney, number 9 for Alvirne, along with 3 or 4 other players. This is going to be lob to center.
Oh, and a break.
Ossinger trying to get ahead of the field.
Left.
Shoots and scores!
Oh, my goodness!
Lexi Ossinger with 6 seconds to go in the game. Throws the puck up over Carpentier's shoulder and into the goal for a 3-2 advantage. Who saw that coming?
All of a sudden, the puck deflects, and you see Ossinger at the blue line chasing that loose puck down, and no one in front of him goes right in over Carpentier and throws it over his right shoulder. 6.4 seconds remaining.
Goal scored by number 19, Lexi Ossinger.
I didn't hear who they gave the assist to.
I think it was Hurst, Tom. Eric Hurst.
Eric Hurst, yep.
And just falling on the puck.
And that'll do it.
The
And they're going to the
We're
tournament finals. 2 wins, and they are in.
The puck with 20 seconds to go.
Wow.
It was behind the Alvirne goal. It was behind the Nashua goal. And all Alvirne had to do was basically keep it down there. And suddenly it came to center ice. Ossinger broke ahead of the field with a loose puck, and he was able to chop it over the shoulder of Carpentier for the victory.
And what a great hockey game. And
terrific game. And you said it was going to be a great third period.
I thought
it was even better than that.
It
came down to the last 6 seconds for the goal.
And I think that the quality of the game was in the quality of the programs and how they've improved over the last year. These 2 teams are much better than their 08-09 predecessors.
Absolutely. And Alvirne's got to be disappointed that at least they didn't take it to the overtime. A tie would have done it for them. They would have been in the final tomorrow.
They would have been in the final if they got it into overtime and held their way. But just a great job by the Panthers to keep in the game and not get deflated by that short-handed goal.
Yeah, a classy move there. Peter Gill shaking hands with the Alvirne coaching staff who remain at center ice.
No, they're old South guys.
They are.
Brian Gould and Kevin Burgess, they've had two sons play for Nashua South. So, interesting game and a good game.
They got to be disappointed, but they take it in stride.
Yep.
So coming up, if you want to stay tuned to Nashua's ETV, at some point you will see also from Conway Arena, Nashua North against Goffstown.
North and Goffstown, winner is in. They'll play Nashua South in the final.
And Goffstown said they got a small roster, but they got a very talented team, so you don't want to miss that one. We thank you, Hudson viewers, for joining us for this game. A disappointing finish for the Broncos fans, but you can't criticize the quality of the action.
For the effort or the quality of the action, two programs that have taken good step forwards for this year.
I'm John Collins with Tom King. We've had Tim O'Neill on camera, Jim McLean on sound, our executive producer Pete Johnson. This has been Nashua ETV broadcast of a Conway Arena Holiday Hockey Tournament game here on day 3 of a 4-day tournament. The final score is Nashua South 3. Nashua South 3, the Broncos 2. We go to the finals. Stay with us for more excitement down the road on Nashua's ETV.